G'day, Tonia Reeves, Australia's psychic cowgirl, coming at you from Sunday Creek. I'm at home this week, and the internet's been a bit of a nightmare. It seems it's meant to be steady at my end, but I think there's so many of us on it. It kind of struggles with connection. So I hope that I'm coming through loud and clear, and you get to listen to me today. So thank you for tuning in. Another week's gone by. I can't believe how fast the week's travelled. Today I have to shout out to my daughter, who is, it's her 18th birthday today, so I'm pretty excited about that. And we're doing isolation challenge 18th birthday. So I've got family and friends that have sent videos through, and I'm putting them all together to make a great keepsake for her. And we will be having a get-together tomorrow night, we've decided. So there's 5 of us. So rather than having a big 18th, she'll be enjoying it with the family. But we're really making the most of it. And, we've got balloons, and we went to the shops yesterday and got bits and pieces so that we could make it seem like fun and make the most of it, because, I imagine there's many of you that are going through the same. So, it's just what we do in isolation here. So, make the most of it. So she's excited anyway that unfortunately she couldn't get a license because all of our licensing places have shut down now as well. So we don't know when that'll happen. But no doubt, before long things will be back to some kind of normality, and we'll be back on the road. So I hope you've all been making the most of this time where we've had to be able to really tune into our own inner guidance and, just making the most of time out and allowing what needs to come in and help us during this time. And I know for some people it's not an easy time. As humans, the interaction is what keeps us, sane. Like, we're not ideally meant to be, isolated on our own. And I do feel for those that are living on their own that maybe don't have that interaction. I do feel it's a great thing for us in the country. A lot of people are visiting and utilising our local shops a lot more rather than going out of our area. So I think for the local businesses, as much as they've had to put a lot in place with the rules and the 1.5 metre distancing, they've all done a great job, and it really has enabled a lot of people to connect, with the local shops that maybe might have otherwise gone out of the area. So that's a little benefit that I've noticed just here in my small local community, that people are starting to, utilise the smaller shops that maybe they've otherwise not, utilised in the past. So that's been a really good thing. I send out my love to you all, and know that you're not on your own in this, and there will be, we will look back on this at some point and go, okay, we were all brought to a standstill worldwide for whatever reason, and there's some really great things to unravel in this. So I really feel like that would be a great insight, is what are we unraveling today, and over the next coming weeks, what do we need to delve a bit deeper into? And, what are we going to learn? I see a lot of people learning things like a new language, art, dancing, singing. It's so cool, really. So utilise the time, and, if you are in isolation, connect with people over the phone or the internet or whatever it may be, and don't allow yourself to be on your own if you're not feeling that way. Reach out, because we're all here. You can reach out to any of us. So thanks for connecting. I'm going to go on to my first caller, Deanne in Paynesville, Minnesota. Deanne, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine. And how are you?
Really good, thank you. Okay, let me see. Where am I going to start with, Deanne? Wow. I want to say there's opportunities around you at the moment, and I feel like I've got a mother figure coming through in spirit. Can I ask, is your mum passed?
My mom?
Yeah.
My mom has not passed. My grandmother, who raised me, has recently passed.
Okay. All right, cool. It's getting a little bit of, it's almost like there's a real motherly aspect to her, and that makes sense. I want to acknowledge you strongly around you, but I feel like I'm telling you what you already know. So it's like she's having a giggle going, she already knows. and you acknowledge her. So when they come through like that, it's like you talk to her and she knows that you're aware of her being around, which is beautiful. You're quite psychic, and do you do spiritual work at the moment?
Not at the moment. No, I've had a rough couple of years, and I felt quite detached from spirit.
Okay.
Although I'm starting to find my feet again.
Yeah, because it's like part of you 2020 is about reconnecting to spirit again and following the guidance. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I want to say the guidance is there. There's almost like you've come to a fork in the road is what I want to say. And we've got a choice to make between two options. So I feel like I want to say to you, it's time to follow your heart and not necessarily what either people expect of you or doing what you think is what they term like the right thing. It's more about tuning into what is the deep and meaningful thing for you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, so it's like,
I guess,
now,
go ahead.
Now is the time for you to consolidate and really, it's like Spirit's showing me, almost showing me a question mark, like as in I need to dig a bit deeper as to what that is. What is my big picture here? And I want to go a bit deeper than maybe what you currently are.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
There's something, there's a situation not serving you at the moment. Can I just confirm that? Because it's like there's something around you that's not congruent with how you're feeling at the moment. And I feel like this is part of the decision around you right at this point in time.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
It's like,
yes.
Please follow your heart on that. Don't be influenced by how you feel things need to roll. It's about following your inner guidance. And I do feel like you've been brought to this decision to help you reconnect to spirit and to trust that what you're feeling is correct. So it's like, I feel like there's something around you. You haven't been shown everything yet. So there's some things that you've had a gut feeling on or you thought something isn't right. And I want to say to you that will come out in the open in time. So I don't know whether you're questioning things at the moment because you're not feeling that something's been or someone hasn't been as upfront as they need to be with you. But it's like, don't worry about that. Your intuition is right and you will be shown the truth.
Okay.
Okay. So trust that.
Of course.
And,
Thank you.
And I do want to say with that is once you've made this decision, and I feel like I'm stepping away from this situation, I'm stepping up, and as scary as that is, you're going to be given so many signs and opportunities to move forward easily. It will not be as hard as what you're thinking. So it's like your grandmother's coming through like she's got your back, and it's time to do this. You've been thinking about it for a while. I'm ready to make that move. And I really want to say it's like things have been pulled back from you to really push you. So it's like you've been sitting there trying to make a decision and really unsure, and now all of a sudden things have come up where you're kind of being pushed into having to take that step forward. And as hard and you're being made to be as strong as you possibly can, and as hard as that can be, there is a light at the other side. So please know it is the right decision. You've got this, is what she's showing me.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
And it's like she's showing me also to give you evidence that she went through something similar, or she's relating to showing you that she's already done it and she's going to show you how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like
we're very much alike, actually, my grandmother and I.
Yeah. Absolutely. And there's a stubbornness there. It's like she's like, yes, she's stubborn like me, and you're the sort. Or what she's showing me is it takes a while sometimes to get to the decision, but once you make it, there's no turning back. And it's like you're at that point. So don't look back. I want you to look forward and know that you're heading in the direction you need to be. And it's like where you are isn't where you need to be right now.
Yes. You've answered my question thoroughly.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
Your grandmother is amazing. She's making it so easy. It's like, tell her this, tell her that. So
she was amazing in life. It's no surprise she's amazing. Go ahead.
Beautiful. She thinks so highly of you. It's like, you know, you are her daughter in her eyes, and it's like she's always there to guide you, and she knows that things have been hard, and, you know, we always, when we go through things, you know, that connection to spirit can often get kind of just put aside while we have to deal with our human existence, but she's always there, and she acknowledges what you've been through, and to know that she'll guide you from here, so don't feel you're on your own.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
It's like you've got this. And she's also shown me you're very strong like her. So as much as things get hard, know that you have her fighting spirit and her, I've got this. It's like, yep, we can do this. She's very strong.
Yeah. Thank you.
My pleasure. And she really wants you to know that, because you're very special to her. And it's like she really wants to join in the ride, I want to say, moving forward with the direction that you're going in. She wants to enjoy it as well. So it's like, come on, let's get going. It's like I feel like I'm Thelma and Louise, you know, I'm going to jump in the car and not go over the cliff, but I'm free.
I can't believe you said Thelma and Louise. That was a movie we enjoyed together quite a bit. Yeah.
Beautiful. Oh, I love that. I love it when they bring through things like that. So it's like, yeah, it's like Thelma and Louise, and I'm like, but you're not going over you're not going over the edge. But yeah, so it's like very relevant to, there's a sense of freedom with you moving forward, and you're really going to connect in with that feeling free, and just being able to do what you want to do is really going to be very paramount for you.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So you've got this. So don't doubt. She's there. You know, if you have any questions, just ask her, because she'll give you the signs. She's pretty good at it, and she's pretty proud that she's good at giving the signs. So I feel like she was quite spiritual, and so are you. It's like, come on, I'm giving you the signs. Just listen to me. We've got this.
Okay. Okay.
So, yeah, I've got a great feeling. I really have. And it's like, that's what she's showing me. It's going to be a lot smoother than what you think. So don't, you know, sometimes we get in our heads and overthink things, or think of all the obstacles that can come up. It's like, don't worry about that. We would just step forward into what it is you need to be from here forward, and you're going to rock it. So, yeah, no problem.
Okay. Very good.
Okay.
All right.
Pleasure. Thank you so much for ringing in, and I'm glad I was able to answer all your query. I'm glad that your grandmother came in to give me that info. So that's so awesome. Thank you.
Oh, it's amazing. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for connecting with us tonight, I should say, over there. Thanks, Deanne. I'm going to go on to my next caller. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate it. All right. I've got Ashley in Lafayette in Louisiana. Ashley, how are we?
I'm okay. How are you?
Really good, thank you. Is there anything you specifically wanted me to cover today, or just generally tune in?
If you had any messages from my family members that have passed?
Yeah. First thing I want to say, like when I first was reading out your name, I got the number 5 really strong. It's like 5's relevant to something. And it just kind of flashed up. So I'm not exactly sure how they're showing me where that fits. Now, with your family members, so we've got, let's see, we've got a lady and a gentleman together, and I feel like I want to go to grandparents with that. It's like they're both in spirit. Okay. And they're showing me something around they didn't pass that far away from each other. So almost feel like one of them passed first, and then it wasn't that long before the second one passed. Does that make sense?
Not exactly.
Okay. So you haven't got 2 grandparents in spirit, like as in the male and female together? It's just like they're coming through together.
Well, my grandparents on my dad's side, but they passed several years apart.
And so they didn't pass close together, though?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So did you not know them? Is that why there was hesitation there? Or what?
We weren't very close, my dad's family.
Okay. Well, it's like they're stepping through first, so that's interesting. There's something around. What's going on with your dad at the moment? Dad's still here, yeah?
No, he's not.
Okay, so Dad's passed. So what's happening? It's like they're coming through for some reason. All right. Has Dad been passed for not that long? I'm just questioning around what they're bringing
It's been
through.
a long time. I was young.
It's been a while since Dad passed?
Yeah, I was 7. I'm in my 30s now.
Okay. All right. All right. So that was a long way away. Oh, okay. What are they showing me around Dad? Oh, okay. All right. So, Dad passed suddenly. There's something around I want to say with Dad. Almost like Dad's there, but he's not stepping forward, but they're stepping forward in it, almost like in representation of him. I want to say with Dad, there's something around. He wants to bring forward. He's sorry about something, or there's a bit of an apology. And often this can be the fact that he did pass when you were young and didn't get to enjoy you growing up. But I do feel like there's something around his passing or just prior to his passing and a sense of feeling sorry, presenting to you saying, I'm sorry. Does that resonate?
He committed suicide.
Okay. So that's what. All right. So it's like he's stepping. He's not. Okay, that makes sense. There's an acknowledgement around that. So it's like I am sorry, and it's almost like an acknowledgement of I did the best I could, but it is. Yeah, there's a lot of guilt around that even still. Like it's been so many years ago, I know, but there's almost with the message coming through, it's like you wish he could have stood up for you more. So it's like throughout your life there have been some testing times or times when you really could have done with, and I know we all need a dad, but it's like you've had some things that have happened in your life where he wished he could have physically been here to step up for you, I want to say.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So it's like he's acknowledging that, saying, I'm sorry. But he does want you to remember the good times. So it's like he's showing me there's flashbacks to fun times. I do feel a little bit like they may have been few and far between, but he's sort of bringing that through the memory. And there's something around you two giggling and laughing at something. Did you used to watch a show together when you were younger? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like he's bringing that memory through. And it's like, remember those times more so than the not so great times, I want to say. Now, there's also there's a lady connected to him as well. Let me see. Again, she's really faint, so you'll have to work with me here. This feels like a sister in spirit, but I don't know that I'm putting her in the right spot, just the way that she's just faintly coming through. But it's like there's some resonance around what you're doing at the moment with her.
I don't know. He didn't have brothers or sisters that have passed, only his mom and dad that I'm aware of.
Yeah. Okay. What about you? So you don't have a sister in spirit? Who's it? It's like it's a female that you had fun with that passed younger.
I'm an only child.
Okay. All right. Is there someone that grew up with you that was kind of like, I feel like you two had a connection, and it's like she passed younger, and I do feel a bit like I passed with cancer, or I wasn't well and I passed, but it's like the message that she's bringing in, and sometimes it's hard to necessarily pinpoint who this person is, because I feel like she's not going to give me enough to pinpoint it with the short time frame I have here, but she's acknowledging around something you're making a decision on at the moment. So I feel like I want to go to, is it your career that there's a change that you're about to kind of contemplate?
I'm attempting, or have been for the last couple months, to kind of start my own business.
Yeah. It's like you're getting pushed towards to do something different. So it's like you're showing me you've been doing the same thing for a while, and it's a little bit like it doesn't hold the same excitement that it once did. So it's like there's more out there for you. But with her coming through, it's like she's showing me that there's another side to you that you almost haven't quite stepped into yet. And this is around showing people the way. So it's like you're helping others, and it's like there's the aspect of that is your sole purpose. Like I step up and I put myself out and help others, but it's like that's your sole purpose as well, but not in the direction that you have been in, if that makes sense. Because I feel like you have been helping others, but it's different.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so it's like what you have been doing, there's aspects of that you'll bring into this next move, but you're really going to make it your own. So it's like, I feel like in what you've done in the past, I don't know whether you're helping people get better. I feel like there's something around helping people that aren't 100%. And it's like you're going to put your own spin on this, and you've been pushed. It's almost like you've had to follow protocol, and it's time now to not set it up how you want it to be and in your words and the way that you want it to come across.
Okay.
Okay, so I feel like it's almost like taking this time, and, you know, at the moment we've all been pulled back in what we're doing. Even those that have sort of kept working, we're still more isolated now or you know, contained. It's like taking the time for you to delve deep into what that feels like for you moving forward, because you've been given the signs. And I do feel like, has there been talk of them scaling down at the job you're at now?
Not really.
Not yet. Okay. Because I feel like there's almost like you're going to start to step into your sole purpose, and it's like the work will tend to back off a little bit. So it's almost like whether you're offered to do a day less, or there's something around being able to step into your sole purpose, but also you'll have the backstop of work, but it will allow you to have more time to do what you want to be doing.
Okay.
And I do, she's laughing. It's like, it's like, okay, she's metaphorically saying, I need to give you a kick up the butt to do this. So it's like you kind of know what you need to do, but you're either not doing it or you're not feeling confident to do it. But it's like she's sort of joking and going, just, you know, give her a push.
Okay.
All right. And there's also what she's showing, because I'm just trying to get some more info, because she's coming through as I'm getting more information for you. I've got a Scotch glass, or, you know, like something you drink spirits in. It's like she's showing me, and that's kind of a reference to her. So I don't know whether she's a friend or somebody, and there was something about I've got a glass of spirit. So it's quite funny.
A like, what spirit?
Flashing that as some kind of memory.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Interesting. She's a bit of a character, this girl. So it's like she'll fit somewhere. Even if you can't think of where that is yet, she will definitely. I want you to let me know, because I'll be really fascinated to hear.
My aunt on my mother's side passed away recently.
Okay. Is it the connection to having a drink of spirit? Like, does that resonate for her? Because I feel like that's a definite.
That would resonate for her.
Yeah. Okay. And she's a bit of a character. It's almost like she's come through younger feeling than what she was. And I feel like there's an acknowledgement that I thought I was a lot cooler and I was young for my age, or that's what I like to show people. It's quite funny the way she's showing me that. And there's something about I like to change my hair colour a lot. I don't know whether that's her or you.
About which hair color?
About changing hair colour. So it's like if she's showing me somebody changing their hair colour a lot, you know, like, and I mean going from blonde to brunette to a redhead to different colours.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't resonate as much, but I'll figure it out.
Okay. Right. Yeah. That might be, so that's not you that changes hair colour. It's like showing me I've got different wigs on, you know, like I've got different coloured things on my head.
Uh-huh.
It might come to you. Just funny, you know, things like that they often share as a bit of a memory. Something it'll fit in somewhere. But again, for you, it's like stepping up with this. So please don't hesitate in what, it's like you've got an outline of something you've been thinking of, and I really want to encourage you to do it. That's what she's showing me.
Thank you.
I feel like she would have been an encourager in life. So it's like she's doing it now in spirit. Say, come on, let's do this.
She was.
okay? And take the signs from spirit. I feel like I'm walking out and you're looking at the sky of a nighttime because I'm checking in with stars, or like I walk outside and you communicate with somebody in spirit. So it's like they're just flashing that to me to say they acknowledge that. So there's something around a shooting star too, I want to say. All right, I'm running out of time. Thank you so much for calling up. And
Thank you.
I'd better sign off. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
My pleasure, Ashley. Thank you. Take care. Tonia Reeves, Australia's Psychic Cowgirl, signing off from Sunday Creek, Victoria, Australia. Thank you. Woohoo!